Well, you need to tell him then if that's the case. It's because she's going to end up editing it too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They won't let me. I need someone to get there. I don't know where John Marie's doing.
You a guest speaker, Jeremy?
What's that?
You a guest speaker?
I need my guest speaker. I need my opening speaker.
Gotcha.
How'd you hear about the course?
I'm nervous. I'm passed out.
So do I just start? Is this how we roll? All right, so I just want to start off by this. This is my first speaking engagement. So if I pass out, somebody help me, okay? And also I'm going to use a cheat sheet today. So how many of you guys, by the raise of hands, spent over $3,000 last year on online marketing? How many of you guys spent about $5,000? I'm talking about paper ad clicks, Zillow, all these other websites. Okay. Now,
100 G's.
$100,000? Then you got to buy my course. So don't you hate it when you guys get a lead from one of these websites and you call the lead and you build the rapport, come to find out that the lead had spoken to like 10 other real estate agents, and now you're trying to sell yourself about how better of an agent you are, and that agent sucks, and they should be using you, right? Next thing you know it, that buyer feels like, you know what, overwhelmed. This guy's too pushy, this girl's too pushy. I don't want to use this person, okay? Now, imagine this. Imagine a lifestyle of a real estate agent waking up every single day to a bunch of emails and DMs where buyers want to work with you. Wouldn't that be a great life? Now, imagine you're getting 10 to 20 leads a day. 10 to 20 leads. Now also, imagine speaking to a buyer and they actually respect your time. You ever get buyers where they're like, hey, I want to go look at a property right now? And you're like, I can't. And they drop you. Next thing you know it, they're working with another agent. Now, have you ever had a buyer just call you and say, hey, look, I want to work with you and I want to sign a buyer broker's agreement? Have you guys ever had that? A multi-million-dollar buyer says, I want to work with you. Where do I sign a buyer broker's agreement? No more overcoming objections, right? Imagine a buyer contacting you, and that buyer will listen to whatever you tell that buyer, right? They will literally listen to you because they trust you. Now, imagine a buyer contacting you that you've never met, and that buyer has already registered you on a new home sales. You've never met this person whatsoever. But they built rapport from you, right, with you. Now imagine this, 350 leads to 500 leads every single month. Now imagine this, the leads that you pay for, $0, no cost to you whatsoever. Now imagine this, imagine getting paid to generate the leads. You didn't pay $1 for a lead. Wouldn't that be amazing? The life of a real estate agent? Right? So, imagine that. Well, I know, and it feels good. Trust me. It feels real good. So, just to give you an idea, in 2022, we closed about $77 million in sales volume. Okay? Just from social media alone, we earned over 6 figures on a consistent basis. Isn't that crazy? You're getting paid to create content, right? So let's talk about this. Why? Why YouTube? because we're creating a brand. Now, there's a difference between a brand and marketing. But when it comes to real estate, right, we all are running a business. There's three main components to a business. You've got marketing, you've got sales and operations. Now, if you're great at sales and you got a great operation, but your marketing sucks, there's no business, okay? So let's talk about what is the difference between marketing and branding. So marketing is more of a direct lead, a cold lead. Now, if we look at branding, what is branding? It's real estate mindshare. What that means is when somebody thinks about real estate in Las Vegas, they should be thinking of you, right? That's all it is. Now, let me give you an example. If I want to eat a cheeseburger, where is the best cheeseburger to get?
In-N-Out Burger, of course.
There you go. I want to drink a soda. What's a good soda brand?
Coca-Cola.
Look at that. That's real estate mindshare. Again, that's what I want people to do, is think of you when it comes to real estate. All right, so I'm running out a little bit of time here, so I'm going to try to hurry up.
3 minutes.
Okay, so understand this YouTube, right? How does YouTube really work? We have 8 billion people on planet Earth. 2.5 billion people will search on YouTube every 30 days. That's a lot of people. What are they searching for? Content, information. Kind of give you an idea about the channel that I have. We have about 235,000 subscribers. We have over 2,000 video home tours, 80 million viewers. We have about 10 million watch hours. And the time that people watch these videos are from 10 a.m. to about 6 p.m. That's the hottest hours. So if you post a video, that's when you're going to want to post a video. 65% of them are males. 35% of them are females. This data is very important because this is going to tell you exactly what you need to do and how to monetize your videos and when to set them up. Now, since I monetized the videos, in February 2008, we've generated over $500,000 in revenue just from monetizing alone on YouTube. So if I could do it, you guys can do it, right? Because if you watch some of my videos, sometimes I'm stuttering, sometimes I'm tripping. At the end of the day...
Sometimes you're like me earlier today.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, you're not going to sell everybody, but there's somebody out there that wants to work with you because of the personality. We've got the same tattoos. They like jewelry. I'm personable. Not everybody's going to work with me. I have friends that have YouTube channels, and they work with that person because they have some sort of bond, right? So now let's take a look at YouTube. To monetize your videos on YouTube, you need at least 1,000 subscribers. And I believe about 10,000 hours of watch time. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's not. But what it really comes down to is your content. What type of content are you providing? Are you providing the value? So this is how it works. There's 4 major players when it comes to YouTube. You've got the content creator, which is you. You've got the viewer. You've got YouTube. And also you've got the advertisers. So the better content that you have, the more views you have, which is YouTube recognizes that and pushes the algorithm higher, so that way more people watch it. Now they pair you with the advertisers. So it's a win-win situation all the way around. So there's 4 things I want to leave you with here when creating content and video. Content is very important. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be educational. You need to provide value. Your thumbnails will also be very important, okay? Because understand, thumbnails are impressions. When people are scrolling down that feed, if you have a thumbnail that looks cool, they're going to go ahead and click that. Your title also matters as well. Another thing that you should be looking at is the analytics. Always read the analytics of your video, okay? I had a video, and when I shot this video, I did such a horrible job, but it was one of my best videos that generated over 2.2 million, but now in revenue is over $20,000 on one video. $20,000 on one video.
Sounds like a nice
And
commission.
that video sucked for me. I was stumbling. But what happened was I was able to look at the analytics, right? I knew the thumbnail wasn't working. I changed the thumbnail. I changed the title. And YouTube algorithm looked at it and said, we're going to push this video up. And that's what happened. Engagement. Last and final thing. This is important. Engagement. You always want to engage with your viewers. Let me give you an example. I had a channel, all right, video home tours. I started merging different content on there. Real estate life, living in Las Vegas. I started reading the comments, and the comments was telling me, hey, just leave the channel the way it is. I didn't listen for 6 months, my revenue dropped. After I made the change and created a second channel, that first channel with video home tours started increasing again. Now last, and this final thing I want to share with you that's very important, is that a lot of people get ready, okay? Doesn't matter how your videos look. You need to upload videos on a consistent basis, and you got to get started now because time is running out, especially for branding, because a lot of people are starting to do this now, and you want to get ahead of the curve. All right, guys, that's all I have for you guys today.
Don't worry. There's going to be a Q&A after everyone talks.